Imagine surviving bombings in Ukraine, escaping a war zone only to have your life ended on a train in the United States. Because that's exactly what happened to 23-year-old Irina Zarutska in Charlotte, North Carolina. Irina came here looking for safety and a better life. She worked at a pizzeria, studied English at community college, and dreamed of becoming a veterinary assistant. She wanted the American dream and was working towards it. Then, on August 22nd, she boarded the Charlotte light rail, and just a few moments later, she was gone. Behind her sat a man named DeCarlos Brown Jr., and surveillance video shows him pull out a knife and stab her 3 times. One of those times was fatally in the neck. No words exchanged, no warning, just pure violence that was completely unprovoked. Now, other passengers had to watch this unfold right in front of them, and that video is out there, and I want to be very clear, I have not watched it, and I don't plan to. Her family has asked that it not be shared, and I respect that. As for DeCarlos Brown, he was homeless, diagnosed with schizophrenia, and had been arrested at least 14 times before. Let me repeat that. Arrested 14 times for things like armed robbery, assaults, and other violent incidents. In fact, his own mom had him committed once. Earlier this year, Judge Teresa Stokes released him on nothing more than a written promise to appear. No bail, just a piece of paper. That decision put him back on the street, and it cost Irina her life. And if you ask me, Irina's blood is on Judge Stokes' hand, and I'll die on that hill. Now, DeCarlos is facing state murder charges and a federal charge for causing death on a mass transit system. Now, federal prosecutors could go after the death penalty, and they say that they're going to seek it. But with his schizophrenia diagnosis, it raises questions about whether that punishment would even apply. I also want to address a rumor that's been going around because truth and accuracy is important, especially in cases like this. The rumor is that DeCarlos made a racist remark during the attack. Investigators have said that there is no evidence to support that claim. The surveillance footage, the real surveillance footage, has no audio, and nothing has been verified. Anything showing otherwise isn't authentic footage. And by the way, the truth is horrific enough without having to add to it. At the end of the day, this was a young woman who fled war for safety in America only to be murdered by someone who should never, ever have been free. That is a failure of the system, plain and simple. And the question we have to ask is how many more people have to die, have to get hurt, have to get assaulted before violent repeat offenders are finally kept behind bars? As always, make sure to follow so you don't miss these important stories, and make sure to drop your thoughts about this in the comments. But I'm just going to say, how many times do we hear about someone getting harmed by a repeat offender that the judge just went lenient on? When will they finally start actually protecting women and children?